Hello everybody and welcome back to the Valley, the old farm. So since we were last here then, a few months have passed. We are back into winter time. But the good thing about this, our greenhouses have been working overtime for us, they really have. And the cow milk. Now, cows, in a minute, we're still only 30 cows out of the 250 that this sort of pasture can hold. And we're getting quite a bit of milk. Now, the milk is going over into this thing here, which is then going over to the bottling plant. And it's got about 30,000 litres in it at the minute. And I've been topping it up as time's gone on. We slept, and I've been sort of topping up things, keeping sure that, like all the animals and chickens and everything's fed and all okay. The only ones that are getting a bit worrying are the old sheep. Because they've got no food. You've still got about 6,000 litres in here. So it's not too bad. But over in the little shed over there, you can just see right where the little dot is. There's hay, straw, silage. There's no more grass. Now, I was hoping for another cut off the grass. Now, it says it's ready to harvest. We have a look on here. You see, I have got a worker cutting it, and it says it's ready to harvest. But if we go and have a quick speed walk over there, and we'll just go and jump the hedge, and then jump the hedge on this one, you'll see that it's not actually really ready. There's two stages on grass of harvesting, stage 1, stage 2, and you can see at the minute we're at stage 1. It's just moving a little bit, but it's a little bit thin on the ground, so we're not going to get the full potential we could out of this field. But unfortunately, because we've hit winter, it means it's not going to grow anymore, and because the sheep have got no food left apart from what's in their little trough now, I kind of need to cut this, whatever we're going to get, to try and at least make a bale or two, because in winter there isn't really much we can do. So we really need to fast forward through until March, but the sheep aren't going to make it. Now, we can go buy bales, but that seems a bit of a waste of money when I have got a grass field. Now, like you can see, it is cutting, it's just not going to be much. So before we might have got, 7 or so bales off it at 50,000 litres each, we might only get 2 or 3 this time. But we will see. We'll let the worker crack on, and we'll sort that out, the grass. We've done enough grass work, we'll sort that out off camera. What are we going to be doing today? Well, we just need to sort out the fields really for, like, the grass for the sheep, make sure they're okay. You can see I've gone through these fields off camera and just cultivated them all, picked the stones up, make sure they're all okay. They've been lined. They are now ready to go. Now, we're at 84,000. Like I said, the greenhouses have been working overtime for us. So if we go back on the map here and have a look, you can see field is good. Them two are good, ready to go. Got nothing in them at all. There's no weeds, no nothing, no stones. They're perfect, ready to go. But the greenhouses have made us quite a bit of money, which I didn't know what to do with. I paid off some leasing costs of the cheaper stuff, but then I decided to buy that field and that one. Now, if we go and have a look on here, you see we click on that field, that's 135,000. And the good thing with that, it's got barley growing in it. Fully fertilized, no stones. It's like it's perfect. This one, would you believe it, is 495,000. Now, that's not what I paid for it. That has gone up quite a lot since I've owned it. Now, I got it, I think it was around about 330. I wonder if the my bank balance might tell me if we go and have a look down here. Yeah, there you go. So land purchase, if you look in the middle of this chart, September, 100,000 was that barley field that I got. That's what I paid for that. 363 is the field I've just paid for here, this one here. But if I sell that now, it's worth nearly 500,000. That's how much the price has changed since I've got it. And this one, 135. So they're both up on when I bought it. So basically, we've got to come back, and I want to put oats in the field. This is why I've not put anything in the fields at the minute, because I really want to put oats in, and I want to get the grain mill. Oats is the best crop to send to the grain mill, or like the oats, the crop to flour ratio. You get more flour from oats than you do any of the others. So that's why I've been waiting. This is why nothing's gone in the fields. But now we've bought more fields, we can sort that out. So really, we just need to sort the grass out for the sheep to make sure we've got some grass for them for food. And then we need to sleep through till March, and then we can come back and start putting oats in our fields. Now, we've got one field of barley. So we'll be okay on that, because if you look on the barley here, where's my little charts? Here we go. We're out of barley for the chickens, but we have got a little bit of wheat. And I'm really hoping that wheat is going to be enough to get us through until March. So I'm going to go finish off this grass field off camera. I'll come back to you when we're in March. So the grass is all done and we're actually in Feb now. We're 1 month before where we need to be. But I just wanted to sort of go through a couple of little bits. So we did actually all right on the grass. We've got 7 bales altogether. There's 6 more left in storage. So that was 350,000 litres. I didn't think that grass was going to be very good at all. What I've done is I've gone and taken one of the bales. It's gone round into the sheep pasture. I've just done some tidying up a little bit. So we've moved the milk across to the bottling plant. Got rid of the wool out of here because it was full. As you can see, there's a bale there. It's still got nearly 15,000 litres in it. They take, the pasture holds 11.5. And I think if we go and have a look on here, and we go down to sheep, yeah, 15,000 a day. So that bale's still got another day in it. And obviously the trough has got 11,500 in. Straw is okay on the cows. Cows are looking good. I've just fed them. You can see the slurry is ridiculous. 416,000 litres of slurry. Milk's just been transferred over. And the chickens, yeah, they're looking okay. What they got? They take 7,500-ish a day. Food, they've got 18 in there. So yeah, they're going to be okay. Now, one thing I have done as well is I did move the wool. It's storing in here for now. There's 28,000 litres. Now, this thing will store 400,000 litres, so we're not too bad. But it's also a distributor. So it will go across to our spinnery, but our spinnery doesn't really need much yet because it's still processing what I took across there. It's a slow process. So we might have to sell some of the wool just as wool. Now, I've topped these up with what we got from the cows, so they're doing okay. I've just been moving the eggs to the side because it's obviously quite a trek to bring the truck across here to pick up 3 pallets to take it all the way back across the other side of the map. So we're just going to keep these here for now until we need them. Yeah, everything's going all right. Now, the bank balance is beautiful. 726,000. These greenhouses selling per hour is just a godsend. Now, that isn't just these 3 greenhouses that have made that amount of money. Because Feb's the best time for melon and red lettuce, and lettuce if we had any stored. We had best part of, what, 160 pallets of melon and red lettuce that I've just done the painstaking task of going through, filling the trailer up, taking it across to that sell point, which is the restaurant, which is that little one right in the corner that you just have to keep, like, loading the pallets back on because the sell point is quite small. So I've just gone through and I thought, you know what, I've already gone around a year with them sort of sat in there. We might as well just get rid of them and leave these greenhouses to do, like, sell per hour, which is what I've done. So I made about 400,000, give or take, just on selling all them from the warehouse. So that's why the bank balance is looking quite extremely high at the minute. Now, the one thing I wanted to do was go buy, before I do anything else, is go buy the grain mill and the bakery, because I want to, when we get the oats, I want to put it into the grain mill, make some flour, and then flour across the bakery to get some bread. Now, if I go purchase them now, I am going to get hit with a charge for owning the productions to sleep through till next month. So I'm not going to do that because everything's okay at the minute. We're all doing all right with animals and food and everything. The grass hasn't grown again at all, which is, yeah, it's quite alarming actually. Maybe we need to look at getting some more grass fields. We're going to go sleep. And I'm going to see you now in March. Well, we're back in March, and as you can see at the top corner, there's a load of animals that have been sold. Because when the animals get too old, they get sold on and new animals come in. But the greenhouses overnight have made us, what, another 100 and something thousand? We're at 888,319 in a minute. Oh, let's shut the door. So, it's a nice 7 degrees today in March. Nice, clear day. Clouds in the sky, looking pretty good. Let's just kind of have a quick look and see, has the grass actually started growing yet? Have we got any weeds come through here? I'm hoping not. No, look at that. Beautiful, clean fields. Ready to go. Has it started? Oh, it hasn't even grown at all. It still says harvested. Yeah, it's taking its time. So maybe we need to look at getting another field. Because if these are only going to last, well, what? November, December, Jan, Feb, March. If we see nothing on it, we're only technically getting a good few, just a few months, really, of actual grass cutting, so maybe we need to use one of these fields as well. Something to think about. But the main thing we're going to do today, I want to get my big field, my big new field. If you've not seen it, let me show you. So this is my new field then. This is the one that we're going to put oats in today. It's quite a size. Now it looks a bit smaller when you're up in the air here, but if you look over here, these are my fields here. So that one there where the little dot is, that's the one. What do we have in there? Canola in there. There's the grass field, and there's my other canola field. So yeah, this is quite a fair size. So this is going to be great for oats. Now we have got another field. I think it's that one there. I think that's my my barley field, if I'm right. I think it is actually. I really can't remember. Let's have a look and see. Is it this one here? Yes, it is. This one here is my barley field. To be a nice size. That's purely just going to be for the chickens. But it's another field that we can add on to our portfolio of fields. So yeah, I'm quite happy. And I think the way that the greenhouses are going, once we start paying off all the leasing costs, this one over here, this is a grass field that's already in place. And I think if we can get that one, that'll be a nice one to add. So that grass field and the one that we've got there, yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good. So we're over at the new field then with my seeder slash planter, because this does everything. It does what a seeder can do and what a planter. So it's a bit of both. And it's a direct drill. It's just one of the best. I love using this planter, seeder, whatever you want to call it. 3-point hitch as well, so you can turn nice. It's just a nice thing to use. Now, because on this one it's such a big field, we set it to a worker. Worker's been programmed. We're going to start the worker off. I filled it full of fertilizer and full of seed. We're set on oats. And we're just going to see how the worker gets on. It's going to take a little while, I think this is. Let's see. How long is it going to take? Does it give us a rough estimate? Not even giving us a rough estimate. It's going to be that long, I think. Alright, well, we'll just let the worker crack on. They're doing a good job. Keeping a straight line. Now, they're going to miss little bits on the edge, but we can come back and tweak them if we want to. Now, we will watch the worker do some of this, but I think while the worker is doing this, I want to go and have a look and see, because now we're in March, we can purchase the bakery and the grain mill. Now, I know it's still going to cost us a little bit. We're not going to be ready yet to do this. Oats are going to be in a few months, I think. Yeah, oats are not actually too bad. So we're in March at the minute. We can put them in March and April. But then in July, we can actually harvest the oats. So they're very quick turnaround. I'm trying to think what we could use on the other fields, because this is definitely going to be enough oats to get flour. Definitely, it's going to be big enough field for that. What else could we go for? I'm trying to think. We've got other fields. We've got one barley field, so that should be enough. I'm hoping we'll make it till June with the wheat that we've got. I did actually go and buy from the Buy Anything station a little bit more wheat to put in the silo, because I was a little bit worried that we're not going to have enough. So if we're going to have a quick look on here and go right back up to wheat, you see we've got 47,000. So it did cost me, yeah, a little bit of money for that. But I do think that's probably best just to be safe. And honestly, a field full of barley, that should be enough between the two to keep us going then for a little while. So what do we put in the other field? Do we go just put a completely different crop in, or do we go and have a look at buying maybe the French fry factory? That's a mouthful trying to say that one. French fry factory. Because we can put potatoes in now. Or we could get a sugar factory and put sugar beets in now. We really need to think about what we're going to do. So I think the first place we should stop by then. Cool, dude, look at that. Shorts, vest on, shades on. 7 degrees. Bit chilly. I think we should get this then first. This is the bakery. So let's see. Oh, is that not? Oh no, it's not the door. Where do we buy? It's one of these doors. Not there. Not this one. Oh no, it's not that one. Where do we? Oh yeah, it is. The shop front. Of course it is. Why didn't I think of that? Alright, we can lease or buy it. I don't want to lease it. We're going to go buy 50,000. Yes, that's mine. Ooh, we already got some nice tasty treats. Look at that. Now, there is different things we can do. I have got other like mods on that we can do. One of them is actually we can physically make our own bread. You have to knead the dough, add the water, yeast in and all that kind of stuff. It's off a different map, but I'm not sure if it's going to work on this one. But I think we'll just stick to the normal bakery for now. What else do we need to do? Oh, grain mill. Yep, I think we'll have this bad boy. Look at the size of this thing. So we'll go get this. It's a little bit loud. Whew, that's a bit loud. 96,000. So now we own the grain mill. So let's have a quick look at these. If we look at the production chains, then you can see now, see, we've got the bakery. So I'm thinking the bread's going to be the best one. We could do cakes, but as you can see, there's a lot. And I didn't realize this bakery's been slightly changed to allow melon and apples. And that thing, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce, I'm rubbish with words like that. No idea. You can see it's the one highlighted there. What is it? It's like a bagel. I don't know. But anyway, so we could do that. That needs apples as well, but obviously flour, sugar. We've got no way of sugar yet. Eggs we're doing. With the cake, again, we've got no sugar. Milk, we've only got a bottling plant, but I'm kind of wondering, that's run out. So I'm wondering if we should get rid of that. Maybe get rid of the bottling plant and just go for the actual built-in dairy that's on this map. Because we're going to need butter if we want to do stuff like that. But also we can get cheese, chocolate. I'm kind of wondering, we might do that actually. I might get rid of the bottling plant and actually go for the like built-in dairy, which is on the map. Looking at the green one here, you can see, look, wheat, 5 to 4. So obviously it uses more wheat for flour. Barley, 30 to 23. That's a bad one. Oats, I was right, 15 to 19. So it takes 15 oats. You get 19 flour out. Sorghum's not bad either, but it's 15 to 16. So oats is definitely the best one. 270,000. I think we might have a little bit more than that. So maybe we could have a look at, oh dear, upgrading it to the next level of capacity and speed. 105,600. Nope. That's another 55,000 to upgrade that. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to pass on that for now. That's a lot of money. So I've just gone through and upgraded the spinnery at 66,000. So it's still a little bit steep, but it's going to process a little bit quicker now. And it means it can hold 90,000 input and 10,000 out. So if we go onto here and activate the wool distributor, it's now going to send the wool across, which is 28,000 litres across now into the spinnery, which will empty that out back at the farm. But also we've got a bit more room now to hold a little bit more. And like I said, it's a little bit quicker. Quite expensive, but I think that's pretty good. So that will happen in the next hour. So I'm thinking of getting rid of this one because the pallets we can't deliver ourselves. We have to do it sell hourly because the pallets go a little bit weird because they sort of crop into each other. So I'm thinking it'd probably be best if we get rid of this. I've got loads more other factories that we can put on this plot of land. We could get the old beer factory in because then that means we could put some crops in. Yeah, I think that could be quite a good one. So I think this is the best thing to do is if we get rid of this, then there's a little bit, it's £273 worth of bottled milk in it. I'll get rid of that and we've got money back from that. Beautiful. So that's gone. So now we can go and have a look and see where's the actual proper dairy on this map. So here it is then. It's just around the corner from our old campsite. Now we've got to try and find where the buy point is. I'm guessing it's going to be the main front door. Is it that one? Could be that one. Oh, this is going to be snug. I can't get my big backside in here. 70,000. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's loud. Whew. So, okay, so we now own the dairy. Look at that. How cool is that? So now we can bring our milk across here. Now, we will have to, I think, transport the milk across here because I don't think this will... Actually, no, it will, won't it? It'll accept it like the milk factory did. That's pretty cool. So this dairy has already got quite a bit of storage in it. It will hold 100,000 litres of milk and 36,000 litres of sugar. Now, the sugar we need for the chocolate, you can see it's 1-on-1, but we're going to hold off on chocolate for now because we've got no way of doing sugar. But 15 to 13 for butter, 3 to 2. So we'll activate them. It's going to say missing material at the minute because we haven't got anything. But as soon as we put some milk into the distributor, it will send it across to here now. And that will get that started. That's pretty good. So only 7,000 litres going out. Actually, no, that's the wrong one. 10,000 on butter, 5 and 5. Yeah, it's not bad, actually. So we can move this across then into the warehouse and we can store them in the warehouse. Yeah, it's pretty good. We've got our own dairy. So we're now getting quite a few productions. I think we'll hold off. Do we go for the French fry one or are we pushing it now about how many factories we're getting at the minute? Things are definitely progressing nicely, which is what I wanted. We are moving along. Do we pay off some equipment or do we buy the French fry factory? Oh, God, I just shuddered to say that one. Let's go and have a look and see how much it is. Here it is then. What a building. Look at this. Ooh. Yippee, French fries. Let's have a look. How much is it? Oh, 50,000. It's got to be done. Well, this has definitely been a bit of a... Oh, someone's got the washing out up there. Definitely been a bit of a buying spree on here, which I wasn't planning on going through, but everything's at quite a good price. And plus, I wasn't expecting to make that much off the greenhouses, and I forgot about Feb was the time to sell melon and red lettuce. But now it gives us options now. We have progressed quite nicely with factories. It now gives me something I can do with my fields. Well, that's something that's caught me off guard. I didn't really think the potato factory is going to need sunflower oil as well as potatoes to make French fries. We've got no way of making sunflower oil unless we go and buy the oil mill. So we'll turn that off for now because we're nowhere near, anywhere near being able to get French fries. Does this mean we're going to go buy the oil factory as well? Oh, man. Well, we were on about not buying this. We have spoke about this in a previous episode, and then we thought, well, no, because it's slow, but if we need it for French fries, we're going to have to add it on. We're going to have to then put a field of sunflowers in. How much is it? Oh, 40,000. Okay. Okay. This wasn't the plan for this episode to go through and get this many factories. It's kind of getting a bit out of control now. So now we own the oil mill. So what is that we now own? The bakery, the grain mill, oil mill, French fries, dairy? I've just bought 5 productions in one sitting. My. So it kind of makes sense now then, really. If we've got the oil mill, we weren't going to get it before just because of the canola we did. But if we've got this now because we need it for sunflower oil, well, we might as well get the canola, put it in here and at least make some canola oil. So I'm hoping this is where we tip it and it's not going to just pay me. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we might as well run this through and then we can plant a field of sunflowers ready for some sunflower oil. So we might as well go on the canola oil and activate that one now. Look at that. So that's going to be going through now. How much is it if we upgrade this? 44,000. Oh, go on then. Just one more. Oh, there it is. So we've now upgraded that one, which means it will hold more. But also it's going to be a little bit quicker. And we've got a bit more storage on there. So that's pretty good. Okay, so that's the canola in. That's canola oil processing. Bear in mind, it will be a bit slower because we're only on like 1 times on the speed of the time. So when we sleep, it will get through quite a bit. Okay, what now? This episode is a bit different than what I got planned to do. We were going to focus on that big field, but we've gone around and bought a load of factories. So now we need to work out what's going to go in our fields. So I think if we come through for now and just get some milk, see what milk we've got from here. We'll just back it up over here. And then we'll be able to go and stop there. Load this in. Oh, that's outside. That's the one. We'll get this in our milk distributor, which is just there in front of us. 10,000 litres. Not much. It seems like it's slowed down a little bit. Did we get any new cows? That's the thing. Let's just go over here. We should get the trigger. Put that in there. And then when it gets to... We're 936 at the minute. When we get to 10, that will go across to the new dairy. Because they're all activated. And then we should start getting some butter and cheese being made. Oh yeah, we did get some new cows. Look. We're now at 43 cows. Were we at 30? Last time we're 33. Get having a good munch on that. Beautiful food. So yeah, we're doing all good in here, but it's going to be newborns, you see, so that's why the milk has probably slowed down a little bit. The older cows have gone. New cows are in. Right, what do we need to do now? Well, let's just go and see how that worker's getting on. Worker, surprisingly, is doing a cracking job. It's got a massive chunk of this field done. While we were out buying factories and productions and everything and spending money, this worker has been just getting through this field. Look at this. We're about to join up here. Still doing alright on seed and fertilizer. The worker should just finish off this little bit here. Let's just zoom right out and have a quick little scan around and see. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good, actually. Just that little section over there. Not bad at all. So this episode did go a little bit different from the way I kind of thought. I was going to focus on this field, but this is the problem with these episodes. things just change all the time. Whatever I have sort of in my mind about I'm going to do on these episodes never seems to stick. It always seems to fluctuate a little bit and go down different paths. Did I plan on buying all them factories in this episode? Not at all. Did I plan on getting rid of the bottling plant? No. It's just kind of how things go. But now we need to try and work out what to do with our other fields. So the grass isn't growing at the minute. You can see it's still showing harvested. It's not even started to grow yet. So I don't know when that's going to grow. I really do think it would be nice to own this one, but this is like 426,000. It's plus 9.2% higher than it should be. So that would, we can afford it now, but that would wipe us out most of our money. We've got this field here and this field here. Now, is there any other fields here? I mean, we've got, this is our barley one. Obviously, we're putting in oats in here. You can see the work's doing a great job. Is there any fields on here? Let's go and have a quick look and see. There's a little sunflower field. It's growing as well. What's it like when it's fertilizing state? Ooh, there's no fertilizing. It's got all stones in it. That's not good. Means it's going to damage the equipment when we come to harvest that. What else could we do here? I'm thinking if we could get it. I mean, these, I think. Is that a potato field? It is. Right next to our little, what do we call it? Well, it's empty bit of space at the minute. It's got nothing in it. This, 105,000. That could be a nice one for potatoes. So we could get that. I'm just wondering, if we get that and we get that. 46,000. The little fields, they've already got the crops in. We might be able to go through and fertilize them. What's this one got in it? Is this, I know it's got potatoes in it, but has it got any fertilizing, anything like that? No, it's got stones in and no fertilizer again, so we could sort that out. Fortunately, we can't do much with the stones until it's been harvested. Do we get them two fields and then we could use them to get the potato factory up and running? Because it's going to be a slow process. I don't think we need an absolute ridiculous field. We could also then put potatoes back in here. Put sunflowers back in here. But I think, again, it's one-on-one. The sunflowers and potatoes. If we're going to have a look on here, quick look on here. Where's the French fries? There we go. So, yeah, it's 5 potatoes and 1 sunflower. So, it's not gonna need much at all, is it, that? You know what, actually? I think that could be a good deal, that. Let's go and buy that. It's 28.5% off. And let's go and get that one for potatoes. Yes. That's not bad. Okay. So we're down to 344,600. Well, like I said, this has been a completely different episode than what I thought. So we now have a potato field and sunflowers. So we're going to have a look at our new fields. I don't think that looks too bad. That's our potato field. What do you think of that? You've got to remember, it might seem small, but this is potatoes. You get a lot off a small field. So the way we're making money as well, I think we might be able to afford, well, definitely lease, if not buy one outright. It might be best just to lease for now, because one go of this field might give us enough potatoes to keep the French fries running for quite a while. You know, we might not need to kind of grow more potatoes again for quite some time. So maybe just lease one for now. We can send it back. Then if we do need it, the planter we've got now is a planter seed. It will put potatoes in for me, I think. We'll need to double check that, actually. I think it will. If not, we can get a potato planter. Yeah, I think that's going to be good enough. Let's have a look at the sunflowers. Yeah, that's a nice one as well, isn't it? Look at that. So this is obviously our grass field just here. And that's one of the other fields. This one here is our new field, which is full of stones. But it has sunflowers in. And what's the crop rotation's perfect on it at the minute? Yeah, so we just need to hit these with some fertilizer. And they're good to go. Yeah, I think that's a good purchase, that is. Well, I think let's go and have a look and finish off watching the worker to maybe wrap up this episode. As there's been a like I said, difference from what I was planning on. But overall, couple of extra fields, bigger field put of oats in, factories. It's been a good one. So I think let's just sit back and watch this worker then finish off the rest of this field. And then we might just have a quick look and see if we can do any more purchasing, well, of leased equipment. See if there's anything, maybe a bit more cheaper stuff. There's going to be a lot of big things that we can't, but let's just see what we can. So let's watch this worker finish his field off, and then we'll have a look and see if we can buy out some more equipment.
I know I have the power to let things go. I'm so lost I can't see the shore. You know what that means? We've been here before.
Well, I was getting a little bit worried that we weren't going to have enough in here to complete the field, but we have just with 197 litres of seed left. The worker has managed to complete and get all his field done. One stage of fertiliser and seeded as well. So let's get this back to the farm. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't do potatoes. It does sunflowers, it does sugar beet, it doesn't do potatoes. So we're going to have to maybe look into a potato planter, or let's see how we get on with that field that we've got of potatoes, because I don't think we need to worry. I still think that one field is going to be an absolute enough potatoes to keep that factory going for quite some time. So if we do need to, we'll look into maybe leasing one, but for now though I think that's going to be okay. I think we're going to have enough on there, and definitely enough sunflowers as well. So we'll get this back to the farm, we'll get it cleaned up, and we could have a look and see if there's anything we can actually maybe purchase. I think there should be. Could have stated this. We definitely should be able to get a few little bits. Maybe this thing on the back as well, because this is leased. That could be quite nice. Oh, and I don't know if you've seen as well. I did move my silage additive pump and the gas pump. I did move them outside, because there was a bit of an issue with trying to pump some fuel in the last episode. And the reason for that is because I didn't realise where I'd put my fuel pump, right behind it is a built-in fuel tank, and it was conflicting with each other, and that's what was a bit confusing. But yeah, it was a bit of a strange one, that was. Couldn't work out why it wasn't working. And then I looked behind the doors and found there's an actual fuel tank in there behind the doors. Ah, okay, that kind of makes sense. So we'll get these things cleaned up, and then we'll have a look about purchasing this thing. So I'm just back across at this little production yard, which is a bit empty at the minute. It's just got a warehouse in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until next month to be able to go and put, like, I was trying to think what we could put in the second fields. And obviously we need to do some more fertilizing, so I think I'm going to wait. We've got the sunflowers to do, the potatoes and the big oat field. I'm going to wait, I think, until next month, because we won't be able to do the oat field right away. And then we'll come back and hit them all at the same time. I was having a look on here, what we could actually do on here. Now, I think if we're going to productions, I think it would be good to put a tailor shop in, because we couldn't afford it before. But we need to now bring some of the fabric across, because the spinnery is making a lot of fabric. So bring that across to here. Well, we could actually get it distributed. A lot of it is in the warehouse, which is just in front of us. Now, we need to see which way we're going to put this, because I think if we put it that way, it's got to go in around the edge there, and then the pallets come out around there. So if we just grid snap this and put it in, maybe over here somewhere where the bottling plant is. But I don't think we need to worry too much about space, because, yeah, there's obviously not really much going on here. So I think we could really go and put it around about there. So now we've got a tailor shop, so we can now start making some clothes, which we're going to make us, plenty of money. Now, one thing I did want to do is I wanted to make some cereals. But I noticed we don't have a cereal like factory on this map at all. I've just had a look around and I can't find one. So I think we're going to have to go and put our own one in. Because I would like to put corn in. We've got some honey. We've got oats. We just need to think about raisins. Now, for now, we can buy raisins. Otherwise, it means, you know, getting grapes, getting the grape processing unit and making raisins that way. But I think if we go and put this one back over here for now, it all goes in the front here. You can see the little yellow hatching on the front and the tip points. It all goes around there. There's nothing around the back at all. So I think, you know, it's grid snapped. I think we go up this corner. It looks pretty flat up here, actually, because as you can see, the price hasn't changed. If we go over here, you'll see that the price will suddenly go up. So, yeah, it's pretty flat up here, so we don't need to do any ground editing. So we'll go and put that in there. So our money is taking a bit of a battering, but now we've got... What's that? Is that 7 factories altogether now? Wow. This is definitely an episode of factories, this is. So, we've got cereals. We've got a tailor shop. You know what? Let's just quickly run around here. We could use the truck. Let's just go and... where's the fabric? Yeah, you see, we've got plenty of fabric in here. We've got 7 pallets, 8 pallets of fabric in here. Look at that. Let's just go and get one of these and run it across here. We'll move the rest across with the... we'll just get this going. We'll put that on there. Yeah, look at that. So now we should be able to kickstart the tailor. Go into here. Fabric, if we go and activate that on 1 and we'll store the clothes, we'll activate that. And if we go up to the... where's the fabric one? It's here somewhere. God, we've got a load of factories now. We'll set that to distributing. So now the fabric is going to leave there and it's going to go straight into this one here. How much is that if we upgrade that? 110. Oh dear. So that's now, as you can hear, it's going away. It's going to make some of that. We've got more pallets to move across here, which I'll go and do off camera. So I'm thinking one of our other fields should be corn, so we could go and put it in there. We just need to think of what we're going to do with raisins. I don't really want to go down the whole getting the grapes and, you know, the vineyard in. What are we going to do about that? Do we just buy raisins? I mean, let's have a quick look and see, like, does the factory hold a lot of raisins? I'm guessing it's up here somewhere. Cereals. Honey, raisins, 30,000. That's 30 pallets. Is 30 pallets of raisins quite expensive, I wonder? I'm just thinking that might be the best ways if we go and buy them. Can we actually go and buy pallets of raisins? I know I do have a lot of mods on here which allows me to buy, you know, products. Butter pallets, raisin pallets, 4,200. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm no good at maths, but 30 pallets at that price, that's a lot. Is it going to get through that much, though? It's only one raisin. Ooh. Ooh, it's a tough decision, isn't it? Because we have got a great processing unit on this map, which we could go and buy. But then we need to find a way to get grapes. Now, do we go and put in that greenhouse that does olive and grapes? Because we've got olives we can send across to the oil mill. And grapes we can send across to the grape processing unit. Do we do that? Like I said, I don't really want to go down and sort of put in olive groves and grapevines and stuff. Ooh, decision. I think we'll save that one for another day, but for now I think that's pretty good. Everything's going to be ticking over. And I think we'll come back. I don't think we can actually put... Can we put... Let's just go through and see. I don't think we can actually put corn in yet. No, corn's next month. So we'll come back next time. We'll put both our spare fields of corn. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea, that will. Can we do any buying? Can we just finish off now with getting, like, rid of any of these? 124. Oh, that will leave us about 20 odd grand. You know what? That is quite important. Yeah. Let's go and... Oh, 21,000. We had like 800 odd thousand at the start of this episode. Now we're back to 21, but, you know, the money is going to start going up pretty quickly. What have we got here? That's 60 odd. That's 60. Oh, that's not too bad. These three things are going to be the most expensive. That will be 281. What about the truck? 108. Tractor, 204. Yep. Yep, that's quite an expensive thing to do now. So, overall, though, I think this has been pretty good today. It's been, like I said, a different episode than I was kind of planning. We've bought a lot of things, but now things can progress pretty quickly. So, for this episode, I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are liking these episodes in this series, then please do give it a thumbs up. It really does help. And if you are liking these, then please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, then. I will see you in the next one.